Hey, Fred, get off my lawn, pal.
The Arizona Sunshine is a perfect example of how an engaging game can be made with the most basic tools. The game was released in 2016, at the dawn of the VR gaming, so it's understandable that it won't have many features that are common in today's games. And nevertheless, the game developers found a way to provide players with satisfying gameplay with the tools that were available at the time. In this video, without spoilers, I will tell you about the plot, game world design, progression, combat, and show you how I play with my balls. The tennis balls. How I play with my tennis balls. The plot is very simple, yet it kept me curious and motivated enough to play to the end. The character is left alone in the desert, no human contact, and that slowly drives him insane. And suddenly he hears a radio message that wasn't here before. A proof that there is someone alive out there.
I need to find another radio. I gotta get to the source of this.
But the signal is too weak, so he starts his journey trying to find the source and possibly living humans. There are no NPCs that would give quests or communicate with a player, though it doesn't mean that the storytelling is bad. Even if there is no one to tell you what happened, you get the main idea by observing overrun military outposts, a road full of abandoned cars, and so on.
Look at all these cars. Looks like they all went running from a horde.
The voice acting is fantastic. Character's voice is the only thing that tells the story and reveals thoughts of the main and the only character. Throughout the game, the character will react with ironic comments or little jokes.
Hey, Fred, what you doing? Hanging out? Oh man, I gotta work on my jokes.
The actor perfectly expresses the character's feelings. He's just trying to not lose hope and cheer himself up by faking a positive mood.
You happy now? Didn't have to go down like this, you know. You could have sat down, had a nice cup of coffee, talked it through, but no.
The loneliness slowly drives the character insane. He's ready to talk to himself or zombies, which are even given a name that probably not accidentally sounds similar to a word friend.
Damn, Freddy.
The game is not too scary, though I have to admit, moving into complete darkness with only the flashlight made me worry about my virtual pants. There will be zombies in unexpected places, though no one jumps on you out of nowhere.
Hey Fred, what you doing? Chilling?
Game world is designed in a classical way that was used from the start of video games. There is a certain amount of maps, or levels if you prefer, and you go through them in order one by one. Once you complete the tasks on one level, you usually go through symbolic gate or passage, and after a loading screen, the new map is loaded. It's a bit ironic to call it a map since it's exactly what you don't need in this type of game. There is nowhere to get lost anyway. You basically follow one path from the beginning to the end with a couple of dead ends that you have to visit to get the items needed to unlock the way forward. The progression of this game is limited to weapons you can find in your journey. You will start with one pistol that has a small magazine, but on your way you will find pistols with various magazine sizes, automatic fire mode, with or without glowing iron sights, attached flashlight, and so on. There will also be SMGs, shotguns, or even a grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher? Oh my sweet mother, I will take that, thank you.
You can carry 2 guns on your hips and 1 in each hand, so 4 guns in total, if you have a standard for humans amount of hands. Looking for weapons that will perform better in various situations and collecting more ammunition is basically all the progression you can make that carries over to the next level. Combat system of this game allows you to use only guns or explosives. There is no melee or other way to teach zombies that biting is considered very impolite behavior. Sometimes you will encounter stationary weapons that you can hold in your hands and shoot, but cannot take them with you. For example, sniper rifles that will help to clear a certain area without using your ammunition. I would separate the combat into two parts. The low intensity one, where you have enough time to explore, collect weapons, ammunition, and carefully place headshots on occasional zombies. And at certain points in the game you will trigger events that will lead to high intensity combat.
Shit! Turn it off, turn it off. Fuck! Here they come!
The zombies will start coming at you in great numbers and you will quickly burn through the ammunition you collected before, especially if you start to panic, as zombies will start to overwhelm you. This is the time where automatic weapons shine. I really like that there are only the most necessary HUD elements. There are no immersion breaking health bars or ammunition indicators. Health is displayed on watch, and if you want to know how many rounds are left in magazine, you have to count your shots, just like in real life. You can only see some HUD when looking down at your body, which is invisible, but that doesn't mean that you cannot look at it, right? So what is my impression of the game? The game doesn't focus on the plot too much. You basically go forward through waves of zombies and try to find out who sends the radio signal, which takes about 5 hours of playtime. There are no dialogues in the base game, but it is not necessarily a bad thing. You are left for dead in the desert after all, so it adds up to the atmosphere. But on the other hand, the radio message alone is too little in order to be engaging for a long time. At least the voice acting is here to save the day to some extent. Storyline 4 out of 10. The combat is as simple as it can be, yet satisfying. Probably it wouldn't be that fun if it wasn't VR, but immersion greatly increases the enjoyment of what would otherwise be quite monotonic headshotting of zombies. Gameplay 4.5 out of 10. The game offers you to play the same maps on higher difficulty, or with two-handed weapons only, which makes things a bit more difficult as well. But at the end, it's the same maps that you already played with exactly the same tasks, so I don't think that many people will want to stick with this game once you finish the main game and DLCs. Replayability 2 out of 10. In general, the game has aged and it feels. It was amazing when it was first released, but now there are so many better alternatives that overshadow the Arizona Sunshine. Don't get me wrong, I don't regret playing it. It was fun while it lasted, but it's this type of game which you lose interest in as soon as you complete it. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, collect ammunition and watch out for zombies in refrigerators.
It's been a phenomenal journey, and I couldn't have gotten here without you. Everybody at the Hillbilly Park, I just want to say, you meant so much to me, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but in the hardest, darkest moments, you were there.